I don't have a professional editor, so I need to do that about every hour to make it easy to edit the videos up. Where were we? Yes. And then lastly, we have one last dwarf. Sorry, I allowed there to be a backlog. Who was the last person to get dwarf? Who got dwarfed? Bear Grylls. Bear Grylls. Bear Grylls. You don't exist. No, you have a husband. You have a slightly large family. Petrolski is a niece of yours. Never mind, your family's huge. Holy shit. Someone in your family got busy. Gobus 2 is a cousin of yours. And you pray to a lot of gods. Everyone is mostly a passing acquaintance or worse to you, however. Bear Grylls 88 likes limonite, gold, turquoise, the color pink, maces, amulets, geese for their formation flying, and giant moss for their coloration. When possible, she prefers to consume giant jackal, brook lamprey, sorghum beer, spelt flower, and bitter vetch seeds. She absolutely detests blood gnats. She has a great ability to focus and amazing spatial sense, but she has an iffy memory, bad intuition, and little linguistic ability. She dreams of crafting a masterwork someday. There we go. Now I have the descriptions. So we're waiting for doing the more beds. We're trying to get the temple working. The temple's getting smooth occasionally. The hospital's getting smooth occasionally. Museum. That's right. I was trying to make glass. Do we ever get the glass? We don't have a glass maker. They probably got killed by someone with the name of Domine. Oh, wait, no, I'm supposed to like blur, not like beep that out, aren't I? But someone with the name of. There we go. There you go. Now no one has any clue who I'm blaming for our people dying. Glass making, right? Yeah, we don't have glass makers anymore. I don't need them to be good at it, so yeah, I'll grab an NPC. Tree Hater isn't even doing much right now. I'm gonna switch you over to Glassmaker, which is see-through rock dwarf. Yes. Feels rested after the break. The Holy Yak Daughter, yes. The whole, oh my God, I gotta track that down and just make a giant culmination of the Yak Daughter. That Yak Daughter was pretty epic. Like the son I never wanted. What the fuck? Just immediately tries to start a gun. Thanks. Construct beds. All right. We should be approaching the bed limit. The limit where I have more beds than I have dwarves, and thus I don't have to care anymore about the beds. Now this... You are not connected. That's what I thought. You need to be connected to a floodgate, though. All right, you are connected to that floodgate. You are connected to these floodgates. There we go. I don't think I need floodgates on the back end there. Perhaps to stop them pathfinding. Do I even have floodgates anymore? No, I need to build new floodgates. So we will build new floodgates. That's sorted itself mostly. DVD. We have more things to dump into the river because we don't want these. Just throw that into the river. Who cares about pollution? We're dwarves. We're upstream. We don't care. Kill the elves. So I'm trying to do the green glass so I can do your museum. Now, did it get done? Needs sand bearing item. It did not get done. So we'll collect sand. What does it take? I forget for clear glass. No, the other glasses are harder, but oh wait, no, you said shittiest museum. You said the world's shittiest museum. So no, it is going to be green glass. We are going to make a museum where the display case is like thick green, like a really shitty beer bottle. What is a brand that has thick green glass? Because I don't drink beer often. And by often, I mean I don't drink beer. Thick green glass beer. We'll go with that. Give me a brand. Who uses green glass? Who? Heineken, says Pablo Rasta. We'll go with that. There we go. We are going to set up a Heineken display case, put something in it. Someone's been taken by a mood. We will put something in it. Then that will be what we do. DVD. And that will be our museum. All right, hold on. I'm going to move out a bunch of rocks again. I just really hate these rocks being in there. The Heineken Museum, one of the named ones. Fill it with beer too. I don't think I could do that. Unless I put in like a booze barrel. That would be funny. St. Patty beer. Fill it with beer too. If you can, it'd be amazing. I will try. I'll try to see if I can get in one of the barrels or whatever of alcohol. I don't think I can do beer because I don't brew beer.
I claim this workshop in the name of invention.
Like in order to, how would I even brew beer? I would have to like change over my plants, wouldn't I? Potato plants aren't beer. Why can't I do potato plants in this? What is above ground? Real question is what is below ground? Nothing is. Oh, it said prickleberries. That's a plump helmets. I was like, what the hell? Oh, wait, we just discovered this. Prickleberries are garbage, aren't they? Hold on. We just discussed this. Prickleberries are actually garbage. If we're going to be growing plants, we might as well grow good booze plants, right? Because we just, as a side thing, when I was reading earlier about ratweed, it mentioned prickleberries being garbage. And I just default to prickleberries, but maybe they're just bad. It can be milled into Longland flour or brewed into Longland beer. Longland grass. We're going to have Longland Greer Heineken bottles. It's going to take me a minute, but I will get this. There we go. Cave wheat dwarven beer stuff dominating display case. Remember being able to make booze from prickleberries. Well, that's what I do there, is to do booze. Your mom smells like prickleberries. Beerzeum is a go. Oh, good. He started his construct. I completely forgot about him. Where did he grab? Wood, cloth, and leather. Oh, he's very interesting. He went out of his way to make that complicated. How are we doing on beers anyways, or alcohol? We have thousands. I thought that was ratweed that was trash. No, ratweed was trash. But if you remember, let me go back to ratweed. Ratweed, dwarf, fortress. It said as a comparison in passing, it mentioned prickleberries. Ratweed is an inferior crop on the level of muckroot and prickleberries. So that means prickleberries suck. Prickleberries are not as delicious as any of the underground crops. So prickleberry tastes nasty. I've been giving them nasty skunked beer. Whatever the hell this is brewed into. I've been giving them skunked alcohol.
Sir, an artifact has been completed.
Really? That's good news.
All right. We will... This is what we made?
Testing. There we go. We have made Perplexed Rhyming, the Auburn Tears, an ashen statue of Fath Orbsprice. Worth 9,000 dwarf bucks. This is an ashen statue of Fath Orbsprice. All craft dwarfship is of the highest quality. The item is a masterly designed image of Fath Orbsprice, the dwarf and dwarves in ash by Urvad Isakarith. Fath Orbsprice is surrounded by the dwarves. The artwork relates to the appointment of the dwarf Fath Orbsprice to the position of outpost liaison of the rainy mechanism in the year 90 of our dwarf's beard. It is decorated with ash and encircled with bands of pigtail and mule leather. The object menaces with spikes of ash.
There you go. Perplexed rhyming, the auburn tears. Makes sense to me. Plump helmet wine is truly dwarfy. I don't know why you always use surface plants, to be honest. I don't just use them. Remember, even from the College of Dwarfology, by the way, for any of you who are new viewers, I have direct to YouTube videos on my primary channel, RNG Strategist, where I just cover concepts. I do above ground and below ground because below ground only really does plump helmets for boozing easily. Your dwarves like variety, so I do an above ground because it's easier to get variety with an above ground farm. The one on the left is also doing booze right now, namely getting us vodka from potatoes. But that's because I couldn't find any of the rope weed or whatever it was to do clothing with. Pigtails are decent. Yeah, that's the issue. Half the year. Whereas like half of the plants for above ground grow year round. Pigtails the best crop? I mean, probably might be. But it just doesn't grow all the time. That's the issue. This is like low maintenance and I'm lazy. Pigtails are also clothing, right? Pigtail Dwarf Fortress. Pigtails are the below ground clothing plant. Only in summer and autumn, they may be processed to create pigtail thread, then use the wig pigtail cloth, or brewed in a dwarven ale, or mashed in a slurry. Slurry is used in paper making. Yeah, pigtails technically are the most efficient and useful plant. Just you only get them half the year for that. You have whipvine. They're good value drinks. I don't have whipvine. That was the issue. I don't have whipvine. Did I? Now I don't remember. Maybe I have whipvine. At the beginning, though, we had Tatoes, and Tatoes is all a good fort needs to carry it through. Maybe I can do one of the College of Dwarfologies, like break down every plant and be like, this plant's good for this plant's good for that. I usually have a spring clockwise physical training pH level rotation underground. I don't know what that means. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I'm just reading the acronyms. I don't know what you're saying to Chulu. All above ground plants grow all year round. Whip vines are great as long as you can get them. Physical training, direct current field for textile industry. I should use Cory bushes more. Tapioca, but you use up bags. You had the option to grow them in that farm menu. Tatas, what's Tats Precious? Yeah, that's probably worth it for the oil alone. Yeah, I don't know what you're saying. I'm sorry. I feel like the acronyms are going above my head. Sweet pod, cave wheat, pigtail, plum helmet. That makes way more sense to what I thought you were saying. Special purpose, clockwise, physical training. We do have whipvine. Is whipvine better than Tato plant? Because I kind of like Tato plants. Now I want to know. Potatoes. Please tell me the way of the potatoes. Also, they can just be eaten raw and shit. Was really useful. Brewed into potato wine. Is there a way to see what their worth is? Trying to see what like the core worth of it is. I mean, potatoes are potatoes. They're good. And whip vines, which I think I was getting confused with the beginning of the base. Whip vine. They're above ground plant any time of the year it comes together from shrubs and birds. They only found in savage areas. It's good to know. I didn't know they're only found in savage areas. Cannot be eaten raw, but they can be brewed or milled. That was kind of the issue. Potatoes could be eaten raw, and I needed food. Whip wine brewed from whip vines is more valuable than any alcohol brewed from underground crops, and whip vine flour is the most valuable flour. No, yeah, they are the most valuable thing. We're not necessarily needing them for their value, though. The plants are carrying me through, if nothing else. Because if I'm right, you plant a tato, you get a tato, they eat a tato, they plant a tato. Because when you eat the food, you get a seed. So the potatoes are just feeding themselves. I'm willing to bet all those plants, hold on, are all those plants potatoes? We have 1,100 non-potato plants And we have somewhere over 1,000 potato plants. Potatoes, they're fantastic. But yes, probably I could get more worth out of switching over to whip vine at this point. So I shall. But we must always remember the glory of the potatoes. I wish I had like a button to do like the Russian theme thing. That was Hearts of Iron 4. Why did I do the Hearts of Iron 4 menu song? That's not Russian. Vodka cues Hearts of Iron. Yes, good. Fantastic. This is what we're needing. 9 idiots without bedrooms, 3 unowned bedrooms. Are any of these bedrooms not made? They are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Everyone has bedrooms now. It's just up to them to figure it out. All right, back to what we were doing before. The temple exists. It does exist, and I am fine with that. The shittiest museum I am working on. Heineken bottles. I'm assuming they collected the glass, so we'll do green glass window, right? Green glass window. Watch this get canceled for some stupid reason. I don't know. Pause real quick. How many charcoal things do I have? 324 charcoal. Remember, this entire time we've had one dwarf. Who is this? Gopher. Holy shit, Gopher, I forgot about you. Gopher was initially a hauler. He is a hauler, but we gave him the special extra job of he's allowed to burn wood into charcoal. And he has spent this entire stream and over half of last stream burning wood on his own. Nobody bothers Gopher. That man has just single-mindedly for years in game without talking to anyone picked up a piece of wood, walked it over, burned it, grabbed the freaking charcoal, set it to the side, and grabbed another piece of wood. This man does nothing but stare at an oven burning wood all day long, and he's done so for years. Is he legendary wood burner? Is that even a skill? Hold on. Hold on. Yo, what is his skill at anything right now? He's been doing that forever. How is he not even legendary? He's only level 7 at burning wood. That takes 324 logs burned. He's average at it. He still doesn't know the perfect time to pull the wood out of the fire. Do we have honeybees on this map? Maybe. I don't know, and I haven't looked. Though, yeah, probably at some point I should do a mead system. I will grant you that. Not right now, though, because I have other slightly pressing things, and we already have a fair amount of alcohol. So I don't want to start up a mead system right now. But do please, at some point, remind me. Just probably not like a different stream. I don't think I'll be doing that today. True enough, you can have different booze each season. Do we have honeybees on this map? I'm never messing with beekeeping again. Notifications of being stung were annoying. You can avoid that, can't you? If I remember correctly. The fact that you can make crafts from wax is a bit disappointing. He's very dedicated. If honey and wax were super valuable, maybe. Instead, I just end up with a ton of jelly and cancel jobs in a million. Yeah, there was a slight issue with needing them in very particular things. Burning trees is a blessed profession. Wood burning should just go legendary eventually if you don't have lava. I mean, this is true. Just it's taking them a long time and it's not legendary. That's a lot. I used to wonder if bee sting messages could be used to discover ambushes early on. Oh, would it say like the enemy got stung by bee? That would be useful if it worked that way. Build construction wall. I don't think I need to be over here. So I am going to use some wood to build a wall. Oh, good. The outpost liaison has arrived. Perhaps we can trade with him. Wait, that's right. My crafts got suspended again because of the jackass. Where is... I'm at a carpenter, that's why. Rock crafts. Oh, no. It was the carpenter, not the craft store if they got taken. 442 crafts. That's a lot of crafts. New crazy construction project, bee protection. Line the edges of the map with beehives. I mean, yeah, but that just works with any building, right? Because the idea is that if you're doing beehives, it's not beehives. You're doing the artificial hive. So it counts as a building, so the building destroyers destroy it. You know what I'm saying? So that's an idea, don't get me wrong, but I feel like that's too much effort for too little reward. Like, what do you count as successful? If they're all actually filled with bees, or if they are just hives? Because like I said, like the hives by themselves are just enough to see because any enemy would try to destroy it. Filled with bees. I'm your outpost liaison. Let's discuss your situation. There's much to share. What do you have of us? I like iron and gold and silver and steel and pig iron. I like these things. That's it. I'm not bothering to look too much into this request system. Yep, I'm gonna give you a shit ton of crafts that don't mean anything to me. Farewell, NPCs. I look forward to our meeting next year.
Some migrants have arrived.
Good.
Hey,
Fantastic.
they've got new shoes. Get those shoes.
You get the message, sneaking goblin so-and-so's been stung by a bee. Not sure if you ever can. Plan B, indeed. Child napper was stung by a bee. I mean, if it works, that'd be useful, but I just don't think that works. Migration wave. Let's make sure that everyone understands that they are haulers. All right, the rooms, that got fixed. That goes to there. That already works. I just need this to get smooth. My artists are taking forever to get things done. It's kind of annoying. We have things marked for trade. Oh no, they're basically all there now. Trader requested. Let's see what you can't get from the dwarves. Preferably a turkey. I would love a turkey farm running and operational. Though admittedly, it's not, with those potatoes, it's not wholly necessary. Trade. Everything. 58,000 dwarf bucks. Holy crap. A bracelet alone that's worth 748. Jesus. All right, yeah, sure. Let's see what we can get. I like silver. I like iron. Let's get some rose gold. Why not? Silver, silver, gold, iron, gold. I don't really care about your gems. You turn Vitaminous coal into a block. How dare you? Now we can get the raw green glass if we can't make it ourselves, or if we didn't have enough. I wasn't paying attention. We just have enough now. It just is. I'll take some crystal glass to maybe make a window or something with. Oh wait, no, these are raw. Damn it, that's right. These are raw, so they don't count. They're like gems. They don't help me. I don't want any of your rope. Your ropes are dumb. Toys. Cat, guinea pig, pig. We'll take the pig, actually. That might be good for meat. Turkey hen. All right, we have half of the turkeys. Now I just need a turkey cock? The males are called cocks, right? Turkey cock? I just need some turkey cock. Water buffalo bull. I don't want you. Dwarven ale I'll take. No, because these are in barrels. No one wants any of the alcohols. What do we have for weapons? You know what? I'm going to ignore the weapons for now, because here's what I'm going to do. Or I'm not going to ignore them, but I'm going to do something more intelligent. Steel. Pick, mace, pick, warhammer, spear, spear, battle, battle, short. Let's get the bolts. Silver. All right, Ghost Word, give me a second. I'm in the middle of a trade screen. There's between silver and sterling silver in terms of... Do we have any melee? Mace, warhammer, bolts. That doesn't sound shitty. All right, and then we will look up bolts. Grab all the bolts we don't have. Because why not? We still have a massive surplus. We did steal. Any clothing? Nope, not boots. Vest? Not vest. Cape. No cape. Sock. Shoe. Glove. What is another article of clothing that I can't remember? Glove. Shirt. I'll take the iron one. We tried vest, we tried cape. Hood? Yeah, hoods are okay. Vest, shirt, dress, I guess. Trousers, they call them. Waiting for traders to come on so I can get some food that isn't lentils. Lentils. Lentils are the greatest. Well, you can just always do what the idiot Chris McCandless did. If you just eat potatoes, you'll be able to eat potatoes for the rest of your life. Moron, I hated that story. I'm sorry, but I hated that story in high school. I hate the fact that they still make people read it. And every time I hear or see anything in the news about someone going to fucking Alaska again and dying, trying to figure out where Chris McCandless died so they can be a one with him, I blame every fucking English teacher. Every effing English teacher that still makes people read that stupid, stupid story for all those kids' deaths. I don't know why we still teach that stupid, stupid idiot. Fun fact, Washington is the lentil capital of the world, producing far more lentils than anywhere else. Oh, good. You know me, I want all the lentils. Leather bin. All right, I guess we'll do that for trade. I am going to try to lower this, actually. I'm going to lower what we're trading to maybe about 15,000 profit. They don't like that, so we'll up it to about 22. They like that. Now I'm going to grab all of these and offer them up as well. What story is that? The one with McCandless? I missed the Tato Rain. Well, okay, so hold on. So the one with Chris McCandless, wherever his name is. I forget what the name of the book is. But basically, there's this dude. There's this fucking moron who's like the uber hippie. I'm going to live off the grid and be one with nature and stuff. Ghostword, you got dwarfed. I owe you this. I couldn't do you earlier. Ghostword got dwarfed 10. He's like, I'm gonna live off nature. I'm gonna go into the Alaskan wilderness and just be a man. And the dude was like, not. He just wasn't. He was an angsty teenager, is what this dude was. Thoreau? I don't know. It's fucking Chris McCandless, right? Wasn't that his name? I just remember something about candles. Ghostword got number 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I could be remembering the name wrong. Ghostword. Ghostword, you are currently a hauler, and I'll get your description in a second. Let me confirm I got the name right. If I'm gonna rant on this guy, because it's been a while. McCandless. That's the name, right? Yeah, no, I was 100% right. Christopher McCandless, also known by the pseudonym Alexander Supertramp, was an American hiker who sought an increasingly itinerant lifestyle as he grew up. He was a fucking hippie. He was a hippie, and he's like, I'm not gonna be part of the world, man. So this, long story short, he's gonna go prove himself in Alaska. Because. And you had to read this stupid book in high school. And some of the high schools still make kids read this stupid thing. About, seize a day, carpe diem and shit. And it's like, it's a good thing, but this dude's story is garbage and dumb. So anyways, long story short, the dude goes to Alaska is unprepared, has basically no real clue how to survive in Alaska. Like he kind of, I think, did it a little bit before, but not really. So now he's gonna really do it. He's gonna go up into that wilderness and live. The dude ends up stuck in a broken down bus a mile away tops from the highway, but he didn't bring his map or he lost it, so he didn't know that the road was nearby. So he's like, well, I'm just gonna camp here. And he just slowly fucking starved to death. And then he's like, oh, I found a potato in the ground. This shit's gonna keep me alive. And he just ate the potato, thinking all potatoes are the same potato, except it's a wild potato. Like, you have to cook potatoes, particularly if they're wild. They have shit in them that your body doesn't like, because the potato doesn't want to be eaten. If the potato wanted to be eaten, it would be a fruit. It's not, it's part of a fucking root. It doesn't want this. So he eats the wild potato and dies. Like that's somehow the moral of the story is like, oh, look, he died. Doesn't everyone feel sorry for him? And we should all live life to the fullest because this guy was a moron. I hated it. I hated that story. I hated book reports on that story. And like I said, they still make high schoolers kind of read that book to this day. And you will still occasionally read stories about people heading up to fucking Alaska to do some pilgrimage to where Chris McCandless died. You know what they end up doing? They end up going out a fucking mile into the woods, and they get lost there because they have no clue how to get back to the road, and then they're found like 2 years later fucking frozen to death or mauled by a bear or some nonsense. Because I don't know, but all these students that do that, I literally want to figure out who their high school English teacher is, fucking arrest every single one of them and be like, you assigned the book, you're a moron. Because every one of these teachers has to know that this is a horrible story. Every teacher that's blissfully unaware of how horrible this story is, they are somehow part of people dying because they don't understand that this is a garbage story. It doesn't even teach you a good message. It's like the Let It Go song from frickin' Frozen. Yeah, it's maybe entertaining and it was a top #1 single song or whatever the hell was going on when that movie released. But if you think about what the song is saying, fuck life, fuck life. Why try to be a member of society? I'm just gonna be a bitch anyways. Let him die, because I'm a bitch anyway. It's the same fucking story. But these fucking English teachers make these idiots read the things, and they are fucking hippies, and they're like, I'm gonna go live in fucking Alaska. And they go to Alaska, and you know what? They fucking die. They fucking die. It is the year 2020. You know who doesn't fucking live that far into the wilderness? No one. No point in history do we have people that consistently live in those fucking areas. Even the fucking Eskimos or the Inuits or whatever you want to call them don't fucking live there. They live in sensible locations where you can hunt the animals, not try to live off of toxic fucking potatoes. I hate that story. I hate that story. I think I missed a little bit of chat. What about schedule? Oh. Thoreau was literally sitting 20 minutes outside of Boston, says Wikipedia. Never heard of him. Another naturalist in, oh, that guy, saw the movie. Didn't he get eaten by bears? One of them did, or like, whatever. No, he was starving. As I understand, he was blocked by a river and ate a poisonous plant. Yeah, it was a tato. It was a tato. He thought that one tato was the same as another tato, and he just ate the tato. Wild green taters are poisonous. That's why they are devil tubers in medieval times. Wild potatoes have solanine in them. That's what I'm probably thinking of. Solanine? I don't know. Wait, I'm thinking of a different Alaska. Yeah, a lot of people seem to want to just go in Alaska and prove that they're manly men. Except if you look at them, they don't even look like stereotypical manly men. If you want to go with that, they don't look rugged. They don't look like they know how to survive. You just watch these like weedy thin people walk off into the fucking woods. Idiots. You're thinking about the bear whisperer guy that got eaten. Yeah, the bear whisperer dude. That's a different story, but that's not the potato guy. But yeah, charge him with contributing to the delinquents of a minor. It's called eugenics. I don't mind. Rant. All right, here we go. Yeah, different documentary, same old Alaskan wilderness. Yeah, I don't know why. Yeah, but the bear thing, that's a separate thing, but I don't blame teachers necessarily for that one. That one was, everyone told this dude to stop going out there. Everyone told him, stop going out there and trying to hang with the bears. Bears are wild animals, and they will kill you. And he was like, but no, I'm the bear whisperer. The bears love me. I'm gonna bring out my girlfriend, and we're all gonna be like one with the bears. And then the next you hear of them, they both got eaten by bears. I don't even know what you thought was going to happen. Let's say 100% he was right. Grizzly bears or whatever, and admittedly this isn't what happened, but just for current times. Let's say he was right, and for some reason grizzly bears would not eat this man. You know there's a third type of bear popping up in some places up north? You know that we have a new fucking interbred bear popping up? Their grizzly bears have been documented, not a lot admittedly. Some sites will say it happens a lot, but it's not that often. But point is, some grizzly bears have been documented breeding successfully with polar bears. So you end up with growler bears, I think that's what they're called. So you end up with horrible fucking murder machines that are polar bears, except for they can survive the warmer climate. They don't burn to death because they're designed for warm climate, but they have the polar bear's aggression. So even if today, I know that's not what killed them because this is before growler bears, but an example of someone who would try to duplicate that probably wouldn't even be thinking about, oh, grizzly bears are nice. And he walks up to a growler bear and gets eaten. Stop messing with animals. Even if you know 2 animals that don't want to kill you, that doesn't mean the next bear you see isn't fucking hungry. You are a little piece of meat. Just because 2 of them are like, oh, isn't he special and don't eat you, doesn't mean the rest of them aren't going to eat you. Stop it. Air whisper, God's girlfriend eaten as well. Palizzi bears. The problem with grizzly guy is that he's recognized by the regular residents for those new bears that moved in the area, presumably due to climate shift. Nonetheless, I'm not trusting. If that's what happened, that is exactly my point. Just because some bears like you does not mean that bears like you. My mom's house has 2 dogs. Those dogs like me. One of the dogs is like 180 pounds. It's a big boy. You know what I'm not going to do? I'm not going to see another 180 pound dog and go, huh, I know a 180 pound dog and that dog likes me. I'm just going to walk up to this 180 pound dog. Fuck no. That's a 180 pound dog that's going to make me be dinner. Just because one of them likes you does not mean they all like you. I don't understand why this is a concept that needs to be explained to some of these people, but you always hear them dying. And they're always surprised, like, oh, I don't know what happened. The bears, I'm the bear whisperer. No, there's literally like, you kind of half got adopted maybe by a group of bears because they're like, oh, 1, he doesn't attack us. 2, he doesn't steal our food. And 3, I don't know, he's kind of derpy, so we feel sorry for him. It's probably what happened is the bears are like, oh God, this one got abandoned by its family. All right, kids, you can keep it as a pet, is what Mama Bear said to the baby bears. You can keep him as a pet, but you better feed him and walk him. And then he blindly just wanders over to the next bear. And the bear's like, are you dinner? I guess you're dinner. Nothing's dumb enough to walk up to me. I'm gonna eat you. An animal is an animal. Just because you have a tamed one does not mean that you can just blindly trust them all. Now, hold on. This is to Rash. We still never got Rash out of this. I typed in Rash, right? Rash. Oh, Rash got an upgrade. Oh, 2 different people pray to Rash. The Crazed Rock says he's just a deity of death, but the Passionate Gear says he's valor, death, and suicide. Rash. Escape. Go. I'm just gonna see if we can get a statue of Rash. My uncle raises wolfhounds. Anyone see that Tiger King show? Also, a record with McCandless, the wild potatoes are perfectly edible there, but apparently mistook a similar looking plant, the wild sweet pea, which contains a neurotoxin. Either way, doesn't matter if it was actually a potato he ate. He saw something, thought it was a tato, and ate it. He thought it was an edible tato and ate it. No. Why are you in a situation like that? He deserves it. He deserves it. He spent his entire life just freaking bouncing around like California or some nonsense. I don't know, probably wasn't California, but whatever. I'm just gonna blame California because I like blaming California for things. Bouncing around. Then he was like, I'm gonna go survive Alaska. And he thought he ate a potato and died. That by itself would just be annoying and stupid. But teachers have people read this. Teachers are like, all right, we're gonna learn about Chris McCandless. Why? What is there to learn from this? Not to eat potatoes? No. They do it to try to be like, oh, you know, you should live life to the fullest. What? You should live life to the fullest. That's what you think I'm getting out of this? Those 4 random no, wait, no. Hold on, what the hell am I doing? I'm not building statues, I'm trying to build weapon racks. I got confused. Build rack? Weapon rack. I know we're not really storing weapons down here, but this was the last thing I wanted to do. I thought it'd be appropriate for the broom closet to have brooms in it, and I figured a weapon rack would be better suitable for holding brooms than an armor stand would be. You might give it attention, but you don't just walk up to it. This man walked, basically, you know he walked up to a bear. You know he walked up to a bear. He saw a bear and he didn't try to leave. Because you know what? Bears don't wag their tails at you. I believe in ration. I don't wear PPE when I go to the grocery store. Rash is my shield. Rash is my mask. Bears don't have the same body language. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, the dog thing was a metaphor. This man did it with bears. Don't try to excuse the man because of my metaphor. He was a moron. Like I said, he took someone down with him. And technically, Chris McCandless is taking people down with him because everyone's inspired. We're gonna go to Alaska. Yeah, like Chris McCandless. We don't need the system, man. Woo. No, I don't care. Load in the Wilderness, bears. Never read it, but I would argue it's not a live life to the fullest celebration as much as it don't be a heedless fucking do and hide it. Yeah, but I don't know, these teachers keep inspiring people. Like I said, even if that's not what you're getting out of it, that's not, because you know what? You know how the teachers work. It's, what does the book mean to you?
Winter has
There's no wrong answer. Just, what did you get out of the book? Oh, that's the answer you got? You didn't read the book then, F. Like like the teachers, you know those elementary, middle, high school teachers. You know you've got to write down exactly what they thought the book was. If you come up with anything else, it's like, you didn't read the book. What? You didn't read the book. Clearly. Why? Because you came up with a different argument than I did. This book is a work of art. How dare you besmirch it? Okay, then you go to Alaska. I never read the book. There's no wrong answers except yours. That is the most wrong answer in the history of wrong answers. No, it's, oh my God. I hated that story. And like I said, anytime I read about someone going off into the woods and dying because they want to be like Chris McCandless, it's like, you know a teacher. You know a teacher put him on that book. No one goes out of their way to find a book of Chris McCandless unless someone tells them how great Chris McCandless is. None of you right now are going to go buy his book because of what I just said. It's not going to happen. But I said, oh, you should read the story of Chris McCandless. He's really inspirational. Maybe you torrent it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not going to be inspired by something if you learn about the book from someone who says the book is shit. It's not how psychology works. It's not going to work that way. You're not going to go out of your way to go get a book. People shouldn't read. Easy. There you go. Yes, let's stop the reading. Units without bedrooms 4, unknown bedrooms 3. How did that work? I exactly did these beds. Is there a bed that is not a bed? I don't understand. ZXB. Unbuilt beds 4. All right. Don't understand what happened there, but okay. Must be a Texas thing. I've never heard him until now. Nope, I'm willing to bet money that people aren't even going to torrent it. Must be a Texas thing. I'm trying to remember if I had to read that in Texas or Mass. Who made me read about that stupid idiot? I can't honestly remember. I don't think that's a Texas thing because it doesn't involve Texas history. That involves someone from outside of Texas, so I don't think I learned it in Texas. Where are my artists and why are they not smoothing? This is driving me bonkers. Detail floor. What floor are you detailing? Oh my God, I forgot I had him detailing all the way up there. Well, at least he's getting skills. And Shakespeare, of course. Shakespeare, I kind of half get the point, but then they never make you read anything good. They make up lies about Shakespeare. They make you read like Othello, just fine, whatever. And then they don't point out how Othello doesn't make any sense. Like you have to pretend like Othello makes perfect sense. And it's like, if you look at the timeline, all of this happened in like 2 days. Like this dude is not thinking she's cheating on him or anything like that. He's looking for a reason to murder people. No one is that fast on the draw. Sorry, but no. But even if you take it as, okay, we're kind of, what is going on? I don't understand what's going on here. Why are you guys fighting? I think everyone's fighting each other now. I love how everyone's happy except Domine, and this is slowly killing the fort. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, he had comedies. He had poop jokes. He had poop jokes for the simple masses. Oh my God, you hear about Shakespeare's poop joke? Best poop joke I ever heard in my entire life. They never cover any of his stories and plays that are for the more common folk. They do the ones that are literally filled with nonsense words so that the upper elite or the people who are pretending they're upper elite can pretend they know what the words are. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like, oh, he invented all these words. No, he didn't. He made up bullshit words for people to pretend they were smart because they were pretending they knew what those words were. You know what I'm saying? Like it was just a big old bluff. That dude was just a damn dirty liar. Why are we reading? Like we can read it. Some of them are they've got decent plots in it. Fine. Learn about like the history of where a lot of tropes came from. I understand that, but a lot of these teachers like, oh, he's the greatest. He's the greatest, most unadulterated mind the world has ever seen. No, he's a man trying to make a living. He is a mortal man. Calm down. No, he was gifted to us by God himself to bless us with his literary works. They're not bad, but they're not like the fucking end all be all. Like I said, and then the teachers pretend all of his other shit doesn't exist. Oh, what about the comedies and poop jokes? I'm sorry, what? You know, the comedies he did. You know, the ones that have some of the funnier jokes and like audacious things that happened. You know, the ones that he made more for the everyman. What about any of those stories? I'm sorry, I don't know what you're talking about. You're talking about Shakespeare? Yeah, like the other half of his work. Why do we only ever cover these 4 things? What about the rest of the shit he did? I've already assigned you all the things he did, all 4 of the things he did. Read them. Yeah, but what about the rest? That's it. I don't know what you're talking about. Are you sure you understand the assignment? Like they pretend the rest of it doesn't exist. It's like really weird. That's just it. They're like not even tantrum spiraling. The only tantrum is Domine. Everyone else is basically now having a loyalty cascade, but it's not a loyalty cascade. All right, so I have a small amount of water that might dribble into a well. Hold on. Can I build a well? Well, there goes Gobus 2. I think he just got slaughtered by someone. The stone grinder punches Gobus 2 in the head and the head collapses. The stone grinder is Domine. Can he just like go crazy Like, just go off the deep end so that we can get rid of him? Like, because he just throws temper tantrums and then doesn't go full crazy so we can get rid of him. What am I supposed to do? There goes Gobbus 2. Oh, I spelled that wrong. There's no J in kill. Armored whip or axe wielder. All right, I see that. I'm gonna have to come back to that one though. Since you want to see over the top idiocy Shakespeare movie, Will Ferrell style. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. He seemed pretty adulterated. Half of Shakespeare works weren't entirely him anyways. Now machine learning is revealing how much of and which parts of his works are co-authored. Very interesting, actually. I personally thought Romeo and Juliet was hilarious. It is, or it can be, like by itself, but the teachers never do it that way. They're like, let's learn about how true romance is. This is what it's like. This is like, what are you talking about? Isn't that dude like 17, like perving on a 13-year-old? I get for the time that's more accepted or wherever it was, but it's like, why are you really harping in on this? The true love. You're not allowed to do that really nowadays. I mean, you are like, you have the Romeo and Juliet laws. If your age is close enough, it doesn't matter. It's like, whatever. You get what I'm saying though? Like the teachers always harped on it like the weirdest ways. Like, this is fucking creepy. Very interesting. Personally, I thought Romeo and Juliet was hilarious. I can identify writing style. Wouldn't that be good for a complete dumb comedy though? Could be great. Easy, let's kill Domine, guys. So hammer him. Yeah, I'm probably just gonna have to figure out a way to hammer Domine. But here's the problem. It won't let me. Oh, wait, we have a hammerer, don't we? Is that what you're saying? We have justice. Oh. Why didn't we think of this earlier? What if I just assign everything to Domine and see if they just punch his head in? Oh, that one went to Dictator Bob. I'm so sorry, Dictator Bob. Someone wrote down the party wrong. They couldn't read the handwriting. They're like, oh, this one was clearly done by Dictator Bob. Really? 49 crimes were done by Domine and one was done by Dictator Bob? I don't know what to tell you. That's what the witness said. That's what the judge already said. He said you must punish Dictator Bob. I'm serious. I'm gonna put all of this on Domine. Fucking, I am hoping that they kill him. Kind of. Either that or just, you know, make sure he never does this again. Like, maybe he'll learn that the way he's been treating his emotions isn't the right way to react when angry. We'll get him to learn that violence doesn't solve anything by solving our issue with him with violence. That's how it works. Everyone knows that you can solve not needing violence with more violence. I wonder how many bashings this is going to translate to. Funny thing is probably going to be that Domine, I'm willing to bet, is going to resist. It's going to kill the hammerer. Domine's going to be like, no, you've activated my trap card. Now we're going to the Shadow Realm. Domine. All right. Oh, I didn't even think about the interrogation screen. Oh well, we have assigned him as all the problems. He is the problems in the world. All right, so we do have some water. If I open this, that will never make it. Because I didn't get the water set up in time. And the water will just pour out anyways. No, I was gonna try to cheat in liquids, but if they die, they die. It's on me. It's on me for letting it freeze and not bothering to have more water in yet. Also, because the artists aren't fucking done smoothing. Hurry up, you bastards! Our artists are slow, and I don't know why. All right. By the way, I forgot about the museum. We should make a green window. Either that or we did this already and I forgot. Green glass window. I think we bought some things. Build. No, we can already do a display furniture. Needs display object. Carpenters. Display case. Needs a window. No matter how you look at it, we don't have the right window. Green glass window is active. Maybe we can get a green glass window. No, that is not at all how my teachers were treating him. My teachers were treating him like he was the end all be all of writing, and authors for the rest of eternity are striving to match his standards. And it can never be done because we've already had perfection. The religious people, they got Jesus. But everyone knows that if you're truly of big brain thinking, we have Shakespeare. That's how my teachers treated it. And I realized I went with one example, and not every religious person goes with Jesus. First thing I can think of with my example. Speaking of Winter Shakespeare, I hope you guys have seen Rosencrantz and Guildenstern Are Dead. It's a whole separate movie that follows the two minor characters from Hamlet and their own strange story with the rest of Hamlet's story happening around them tangentially. How did he die? Holy shit. Give him time out. Why can't he just drown himself in booze like a normal person? Thank you. It's time for the hammering. Beat Domine. Make sure the hammer has a lead hammer. Stop. Hammer Dom. Doom, 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 doom. So I want to get into Dwarf Fortress, but I wanted to do more so adventure mode. I don't see many people playing that mode. Is it not good? I'm not gonna say Spanish lit is better than English lit on this. No, adventure mode is good. It's just less easy to stream. That's kind of it. In order to be doing adventure mode, one, you kind of have to know adventure mode. Like whatever you've learned from Fortress mode is not going to be what's not at all really applicable in adventure mode. They're basically two different games. I don't know when he's last streamed it, but I know that mod / friend of the channel, Stephen Robert 4, does adventure mode. He does. He at some point was doing a video series where he was covering like martial arts and adventure mode, like what grab leads to what throw and how to like fuck people up the easiest way. Yeah, nothing is applicable from one to the other. So even though they're both in the same game, they're two different games. So the problem is when you do that for, say, streaming, because the equivalent of adventure mode would be like Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead. Still completely different rules, but it's that set where you're controlling one guy and you're moving around. So if you're looking for someone doing that, you're likely to look for Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead. If you're looking for someone playing more like a Fortress mode, you're going to be looking for Dwarf Fortress. Even though Dwarf Fortress has a mode that is its own separate game that would be similar to Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead. So people who are searching for it, they're likely searching for Fortress mode. Rise of the... I see the timer. Thank you for the heads up. I've got it in about a minute, but we'll wait for this to go through. Rise of the... Thank you so much for following and becoming a strategist. I am going to... We're not stopping the stream, mind you, Rise of the... I am going to stop the recording for a second, not the streaming, for those of us who watch after the fact on YouTube. So for those of you who are watching on YouTube, we're going to take a YouTube break. Thank you all so much for watching. Catch you guys next time.